So I've put up the main centre part of the structure, and now today I need to put up the two other ones that are going to go on either side of it. So you just saw me digging these 3 holes, and I actually dug a little bit out of the side of this lump of dirt on the side just to get a straight indicator of where they're going to go. I put some poles in there and then laid a flat stick over top just to make sure that they are all the same height and that the holes are the right depth, etc. And it's all looking pretty good. So I'm going to have the middle pole, and it's going to have the same joints as those ones there. And yeah, I need to get a new piece of wood for the top pole, a much thicker one, like the one I've done for there. And then I need to repeat all of this process on the other side, and I'll do that another day. So I might go to cut down another tree and then prepare that to be chiseled out and put on top. And it's also got this V shape at the top here, and it's just going to help with a bit of structural integrity. And it's actually raining just a little bit now, so I'm going to head home now, and I'll show you just what I've done now. So you saw me get these big pieces of wood. I cut down another tree and I got that one, and then a few of these other ones, and they'll be very helpful for building this hut. So, and I've lined them up just here, so that one is going to go into a hole when I put it there, that one into a hole there, and same with that one, and they will be exactly like I've done those 3 there. And then next time I need to put on this top one, so I need to chisel out the notches at the top of all of these 3, just like I did with these ones. And then I need to chisel out the hole through this big one, so 1, 2, and then another one there. And then that'll be able to sit perfectly on these 3. And once I've got them all cut out and sitting on nicely, then I'll fill in the holes, and yeah, so you can see me doing that, I guess, now. And once again, it took a long time just to carve that hole out and put it on top of this notch here. But I've finally done this one, and now I need to do one for there and for the top of that one there. And yeah, I'm getting blisters in my hands, and I'm really tired, so it's quite hard work doing this. And when I was dragging this whole tree down the river, this side of it was facing upwards, so this side was fine, but then the bottom side, which was facing downwards, this side was scraping along the along the rocks and stuff, so it's a bit damaged. So that's why I put it on the bottom here, so that it doesn't collect water as much as the top, and it won't rot as fast as the top will. So I think it'll last a long time, but it'll certainly last until I put a roof on it. And 2 hours later I've finally done it. So I've cut the hole through, and I haven't banged it in fully yet, but I've just made it fit so that I can put it up, and then it needs to go down about that much more, and then that'll go into that hole there, as you can see just there, and that doesn't go anywhere, that just stays in there. And then I need to still do this middle one, so I'll need to put a hole through about there so that that can go through it, and then over here I've done all that, and I need to just bang that in so it's properly fastened, and I'll do that after I've put the hole in this end, or in the middle I mean, so I can do that next time. And would you look at that, I finally got it up and it's looking really good. As you also just saw then, I could walk along it and sit on top of it, so that just goes to show how strong it is and how sturdy it is. It wobbles a little bit, but not as much as the other one. Obviously the other one wobbles just a bit more because it's a bit higher, and this one doesn't wobble so much because it's actually got 3 posts that go into it, and I filled in the holes. It's looking really good. Now I need to do the same thing there on the other side, and what I'll end up with anyway will be another one exactly the same height as that, about 1.5 meters or 2 meters that way. So yeah, it's looking really cool. I'll just show you what the roof slant is going to be like, because obviously these side posts are also pretty high. They're almost as high as me, and the roof isn't going to be like the most sloping. It's going to be pretty shallow sort of slope, but that's still alright because it means I'll have a lot more headroom when I'm inside the hut. So there's the slope of the roof at a bit of a better angle, and it's going to go the other way as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing next time, is putting the holes and making the same thing over on that side. Just to end off on, I've got this willow tree here, just a branch off it, and it's really straight. I'm going to cut it up and then take the bark off it and then let it dry out a little bit, and I'll be using these little sticks here hopefully to make fire in next videos, so that I don't have to use my flint and steel anymore, so I can just do it the natural way. So I'm just going to cut this up and dry them out. So now I've got the spindle and I've got the bottom part that it'll go into. So when I spin that, it'll have a little hole in either of those pieces of wood. I'll probably end up using both of them. And then obviously you'll see smoke come up as I keep twisting it, and then I'll pop the ember into a bunch of tinder, and then that's the way you start a fire. Obviously you guys would know that, but yeah, now I can do that. I'll just let this dry over the next few days. It's supposed to be really hot, and then I'll be back down in a couple of days to maybe try it out, but for sure I'll get started on the other side over there. Sweet as.